Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the Needy Nerds prison where all prisoners are available for purchase. Yeah, these boys are just going to keep rolling in until I can't stand it no more. But at the moment, it kind of seems like it's going okay. Like there's a heap of empty beds in here. The only limiting factor is the size of the canteen, and I've already started that out. So this is getting set up as we speak. It's going to need power, and I have no idea how I'm going to get that in there, unless... Alright, speed that up, boys. And you know what? I'm just going to have a little powerhouse over the back here. Hang on, how big do these need to be? Auto-saving, thank you very much. These need to be planning, bonk, like this big, 7x7. Okay, good. So I'm just going to go right down in the corner here, right to here, and go zoop, ba-doop. Right, just like that. I didn't really need to do it with the planning tool. I could have just done it like this, which is fine. And then objects, staff door, donk. We'll get one of these bad boys. I'm just rolling in cash at the moment. Absolutely bathing in it. Because we're getting $12,000 a day. And the prisoner releases are absolutely hot to trot at the moment. Things are just churning. I mean, it could be better. I could have more parole rooms, and maybe I'll have to consider expanding and you know, going south. Like grabbing this up, and then having this wrap under. Ooh, that'd be pretty rad. I mean, I wonder how... Hang on. Here we go. Brace yourselves. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Let's turn this from a holding cell into a dormitory very quickly, just so we can see how many prisoners this actually beds. 312. Awesome. Okay, cool. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure that that's going to basically do us for... Actually, we're bringing in like 30 a day. It's only that's only going to last us for another like 3 days. Oh. Like 4 at the outside. Unless we start like amping up getting people out of here sooner rather than later. But critically at this stage, I mean, they're not eating properly at the moment, which is not great. There's just not enough food for them. Nor is there enough exercisey things, nor enough telephones, nor enough shower. I mean, we're trying to address that with this, right? I think that this, and we can double up these weights, benches, and phones if we need to, but I think that what's been laid out in here is going to be sufficient. It is going to be enough for each of those blobs. And then we can double it up and have another MegaCanteen either side. Can I have some power, please? Because what I'd like to do is run the power out of this and then use that as the power mechanism for this whole damn thing all the way up to here. And you know what? This guy as well. And then down here, I'll actually sever this connection. Let's go dismantle these pipes. These... not pipes. I was looking at the pipes and thinking, oh, I hope they don't... I hope I don't sever pipes while I do this, but... Anyway. And then down to here, and then that needs to be hooked up to there, and then this can go like that. Good. And then this should be on its own circuit, separated from the rest of the prison, and ready to go to power up all of these kitcheny things, and the canteen and the whatnots, to handle the amount of dudes that we're about to shovel in here to get them fed. Here you go, boys. I'll let you in. There are some trees out here I've just spotted. That's probably not something that we need near to our perimeter wall. That is a bit of a danger, because prisoners can run up and climb over the tree to get out of the prison. And we don't want that. We do not want that. Okay, great. That's taken care of. We're still pulling in 10 grand, 15 grand a day. Sorry, there was 10 grand for prisoner intake and 16 grand a day. Oh my goodness me. This is going absolutely gangbusters. Right, so here's what we're going to do. The next thing we're going to do is clone out this section here, which appears to have all of its goodies ready to go. But before we do that, with our $92,000 dues, we're going to do... Alright. We'll wait for these power lines to complete. And we'll wait for this all to get hooked up again. And then what we're going to do is strip this room and remove all of this stuff over into, so we'll recycle all these weights benches and the toilets and all that sort of stuff, and that way we'll like minimize the amount of money that we need to spend. Some pool tables would have been nice, eh? Ah, well, fuck them. Right, so we'll minimize the amount that we need to spend per time. My giddy art. Okay, these early prisoner releases are really, really doing me some good work here. It was 33,000 total that round. So this is actually, you know, I wonder if this is like, you know when you're playing Banished and you have like a wave of babies born, and then, you know, after a whole bunch of time, as those babies start to get older and older and older, they all die off at the same time, and you have this massive death wave where, like, you know, all of a sudden you can't do any work and that sort of thing, and things go really, really pear-shaped really quickly. I hope this isn't a situation like that, where I'm getting all these paroles and everything seems rad, but then momentarily it's going to be like, yeah, well, you... And I did too, didn't I? I intook like 100 prisoners in one go. Those 100... Excuse me? Where are you two going? This, my friends, is staff only. No access for you. No access to that. You should not be out here at all. Go inside. You know what? You're getting punished. Go to solitary. You two, go to solitary. You should not be out here, and I know exactly what you're doing. You're out here looking for someone to throw your phone over the fence, aren't you? Cheeky buggers. I know what your game is, Andrew Moon and Malcolm Miles. Get back in there and behave yourself. It's unacceptable. Now, where was I? Right, quick build, and we want to, objects-wise, get in. And is that powered up yet? It is. Alright, here we go. It happens now. This is where the rubber meets the road, because we're going to strip all of this stuff out. All of these prayer mats and things. Get them all out of the way. We're going to use those later on. Serving tables, toilets, serving tables, all these phones here. All these weights benches can go. I'm sorry if you're using it at the moment, but I need to replace these. And you know what? This bin, I'm going to relocate that because it's really in an awkward place. Okay, let's go back up to 3-speed and watch this all get stripped apart. I can probably do the kitchen as well, but how long have we got on these boys? 34 hours. Gordon Bennett, that's taking a while, isn't it? I would like it if this was no longer required. I would like to get that out of the way. But that's fine. It's totally fine. I tell you what. Let's relocate the kitchen at the same time. So what I'm going to do is objects dismantle. All of these. Bonk. Dink. Donk. Great. These rooms can actually be declassified. It's not like they're a secret document that needs to be released to the public. That's not what I'm talking about. They need to be unroomed. You must unroom what you have roomed. So that they can then be not hovered around in by these guys. This should just be a big empty space at the moment, filled with vomit, apparently. And then what we can do is let's get some quick building. That's stripped? That's stripped. Okay, great. And, oh, I tell you what. We'll cheese this a little bit. What we're going to do is turn the old kitchen here into a quick temporary storage room, right, where all of these boxes can just sort of shuffle around to. And then let's get cloning. So we're going to quick build, clone these bad boys, and we'll donk them down by 1. And we can't do another one because this canteen here is in the way. We're going to undeploy that. Okay, that's already happened. That's great. And then deployment-wise, this area in here can now be marked as MinSec. Good. Right. Did that do the whole thing? It did not. Alright. MinSec, MinSec, MinSec. Good. Now, quick build. Clone. This. We're going to have to do it in slices. And it fits like a glove. We can do them down like this. right? And we're clicking so that we're doing the right from underneath the line each time. Ugh. Ugh. Underneath the line. Underneath the line. And that's going to remove the wall if I do it, and I don't want that to happen. So what we'll do is we'll just recopy this to not include that line, and then at this bottom one, we'll go like that. Oomph. That is the noise of me making silly noises. Okay, great. And this we'll do again, same way. Like that. Actually, you know what? We'll clone it like this. We'll do on the line. So that way we don't have to recopy it when we get to the bottom. Okay. Bonk. Come on. Bonk. 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 We're buying a lot of stuff here because there wasn't enough stuff stored for us to do what we needed to do. But hilariously, we still have $129,000 up our sleeve. It is absolutely bananas in this place. Do you remember how... Did you guys see my Money Spinner series? Where I was like trying to make the most profitable prison? Yeah, I think I've kind of beaten that. Because the Money Spinner just... Well, we were doing that with holding cells, right? Oh, sorry, with dormitories. But it was very, very escapey. It was very dangerous. Whereas this seems to be, like, just doing fine. Oh, crap. I need to put some more doors in. Objects. Jail doors. Alright, and what we're going to do is we'll pop these down here in each of these nooks where they were supposed to go. Down this way, these can be staff doors down here. But I'll leave this sealed off for now so these boys don't get stabbed. And then... Oh, shiza. Workman... I was hoping that you could, like... Maybe I should have done the toilets and stuff and gotten everything fully completed before letting people use this area. But it's fine. It's fine. Totally, totally fine. Right. We'll let the rest of this complete out. All of these toilets and things... How are these not plumbed? Oh, I see. The water pressure is insufficient. That's fine. We just do like this, right? Bonk. Done. And here, like, that's fine. Just there, that'll cover that. See, this one would have probably covered it if this had it connected. But it seems like it decided not to, for whatever reason. And yeah, just didn't quite have the chooch to make it all the way. Is there going to be enough hot water to make it all the way? It looks like no. It looks like it's going to peter out about here, and we might need to put in another boiler. Which is a bit unfortunate. I was hoping not to have to pop another one in. But, let's have a look at this, temperature-wise. It's a bit cool out there. It's a little bit cool. I could probably... I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Up this a ways, I'm going to put in a boiler. An indoor boiler. Objects. No, it's in utilities. Let's try this and see what happens. We'll put an indoor boiler right here. We're going to hook it up to this grid. We're going to give it a large pipe here. And then we're going to hook it up with some hot water across to there. Just to sort of boost that down a little bit and cover off this little nubbin of dead zone here. Right? I mean, it's like literally only one shower that doesn't get it. So it's not exactly something that I should really be worrying about, quite frankly. But I'm going to anyway, because I am just a glutton for punishment. Okay, let's have a couple of large windows in here as well. Right? And I've spaced that incorrectly. That's fine. But I just want to have a little... Shiza. God, I'm not doing well today. Okay. Just want to have a little bit of ventilation so that if it does get too warm... And you know what? Let's have some windows into here as well. We'll let the kitchen heat bleed in there as well. Right? So theoretically, all of this lovely warmth that's out here should bleed its way in through the windows and through these doors, quite frankly. And what I'll do is I'll just lock all of these doors open. They don't need to be locked shut. They can just... Here we go. Lock open. Lock open. They can just stay open, and it'll be fine. It'll totally be fine. These... Excuse me. Get out of the way. Lock open. These can just stay open, and in the event of problems... I can use the lockdown mechanic to throw all those doors shut. But for now, it seems like we've kind of got this. Like, this MegaCanteen is quite frankly, if I do say so myself, just glorious. It's just beautiful. I love it. I'm thrilled. But it needs some patrols. Let's do it. Guard patrols during eat time. We'll just do 1 per every 2 sets, right? I think that should be sufficient. And if we have any problems with it, oh, did I do that one? That one. Oh, no, that's correct. If we have any troubles, we can add another one on the other side. Yeah? Good. Good, good, good. And that one can go to there. And this one can go, I guess here? That'll be fine. What is he going to be walking through if I do that? Nothing. It's just right next to the showers. Good. Great. Excellent. Taken care of. It's taking a fair while to build this stuff out, but it's okay. Do I want to put some patrols in through here? I feel like that's probably a good idea as well. And that can happen during sleep time. Guard patrols. That's dead now. That's useless. Good, they can go. These ones here, they're in eat time. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. We don't want you there during eat time. We want you there during sleep time, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll have a duplicate of that down the bottom here. Like this. Just to make sure that all of this is visible. Because, well, 1, I couldn't be bothered placing cameras about. And 2, even if I did place cameras all through here, it's still going to be, quite frankly, it's just never going to have coverage. Like, I could put them on the edges and they could all shine in, and then it'd miss a bit in the middle. Which probably wouldn't be too bad, but... we've got the dudes. We've got plenty of dudes. So how many dudes do we actually have? Well, 49 guards. I could probably do with a few more, but you know what? They seem to be doing quite fine at the moment. Quite fine. Now, having said that, there's probably going to be a mega riot, and I'll want to tear my hair out. But let's see how we go. Alright. Do we... Oh, we finished that. Great. Okay, cool. I must have missed the dingling for the protective custody guys. They've all been... Well, he just got tased, which is hilarious. But the rest of these guys have all been released. They've all been released. So they can all GTFO. What I'll do is I'm just going to... Here we go. Should we just clear this area? Why not? Yeah, go on. At your pop. Get them released. They are currently sleeping. It is 6 AM, so this is basically release time. They should, hopefully, be picked up by the guards momentarily and taken out of this hellhole, where they can now go and snitch on whoever it is that they need to snitch on, and do whatever it is that they need to do. And this room here can be converted into more kitchen. Much more kitchen. And we'll just quick build this down. How far was it? It was like... There, that's the edge of the second fridge there, isn't it? Okay. So we'll just donk these in like this. La-di-da-di-da. We do wind up with a little bit of gap at the bottom, but that's totally fine. And these doors... Look, you're going to have to climb over the fridge to get out. But that's because I can't plan for shite. Ooh. Or, hang on. Where are we? Foundations. Concrete. Let's do this. Because that'll buy us 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need 1, 2, 3. Great. Okay. Cool. That's totally fine. We just need to strip these out and replace them 1 notch lower. I probably should just cancel this for now. There we go. And then we'll remove the ones that we've already put in. We'll just dismantle these. I know you're trying to cook, love. I'm sorry. And then basically everything south of here. Everything south of here needs to just be replaced. Yeah, that's the whole schmozzle. That needs to be replaced so that we can make it so that it's, you know, it lines up a little bit better. Oh, it doesn't, does it? It really doesn't. It's really kind of unnecessary. You know what? Screw it. Let's just shove them back in. If you have to climb over a fridge to get out, you have to climb over a fridge to get out. And we could almost put in another half, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave that for now. We can extend this further south if we need to. Which was... Wait, how big? How big was that? we need like, yeah, we need to get down to the perimeter fence. So I need to extend this and then move the perimeter fence, which I'm not willing to do. Not willing to do at this particular stage, but I will remove the planning across the prison, actually. And look at this goddamn canteen. What an absolute delight of a thing to see. I tell you what, and let's go the final step. Let's get ourselves some metal flooring in 2 strips down the outside, right, to do the showery area. Right, that needs to be nice and hygienic, just like that. And then the center area can be all white tiles. White tiles? Why not? Let's keep it like that. I mean, the holding cell is this wood floor, and last time we had the wood floor up in here as well. So we'll use the white tiles just to make this just stand out. In the canteen, I feel like we need some bits and bobs as well. I suppose, I mean, I usually use white tiles in the canteen, but today I'll use ceramic tiles. Lovely. Okay, and we'll plumb in, let's plumb in some hot water for these sinks, which can go up like this. May as well connect, I don't know, hook onto there, I suppose. Get a little bit more pressure. We've got power all the way, which is great. I may as well just double this up like this. And then, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, what we're going to do is we're going to run a loop of small pipes down each side. And then, ideally, we'll get them up like this. And then hook that onto there like that. So we've got double connections. And let's do this, right? Over each cooker, we'll have a sprinkler. Because I don't want to have another goddamn kitchen fire. And done. That's it. That is the kitchen to end all kitchens. I mean, it is probably a little bit of overkill. So far as things go. There's really not that many dudes in here. And you know what I've just realized? There is actually enough space. Check this out. If I get in trouble later on, I can... Oh, no, I can't. Bugger. Well... If I need to extend this later on, I'm going to have to clone the entire thing to the left there. And then we'll just see how things go. So, like, from here, we just keep an eye on this. Make sure that it's looking after all of our prisoners. Make sure that all the prisoners have beds. We do have... It's down to 156. How are we paroling so many prisoners? It has to be the death wave. Oh, dear. I feel like we're paroling a whole bunch of prisoners... But very shortly, everyone's prison sentences are going to be, like, zeroed out. And all of the guys are going to be not going anywhere. So we need to be mindful of that. Be careful. Keep it simple. Keep it safe. Right. But we'll check that out next time. Thanks, friends. I'll see you then.